I think now it has started. Can you check? Nice. Okay. Fine, guys. So we'll start our session. Okay. Regardless of people joining, people will start keep on joining. Fine. So those who are having problem over here, not able to view the screen clearly, can go to their go to the YouTube one and they can view over there. Right? Okay. So yesterday, can you tell me? Can you brief me what we were discussing? Yesterday, can you brief me what we were discussing? Okay, so in the yesterday's session, we discussed some CSS important things. Fine. First of all, we discussed about the display layout and the inline layout and this inline, sorry, block layout and the inline layout, and then we discussed about the inline block layout. Correct. Then we started our discussion on the flexbox. Correct. After that, at the end, we sort of touch the grid. We sort of touched the grid layout. Correct. So do you any one of you have any doubt in this? Okay, good evening. No doubt. Fine. Fine. So now again we'll do some grid layout. Fine, we'll do some grid layout over here, because you see we discussed about the grid. Fine. So grid basics you have understood. Okay, how the grid is going to work. The grid basics is to divide your CSS or divide your template or divide your whole website into rows and columns. Fine, into rows and columns. That division, if you can do, then the grid is the most easiest one. If you cannot do that division, then it is a problem. Okay, then it is a problem. But I think you will do that division very accurately, very correctly. Right? So let's move more, a little bit more inside grid, and after that we will discuss about the responsive design. And then if the time permits us, we'll start our JavaScript. Fine. This is our whole agenda for today. Right. So over here in the CSS, in the grid layout, again, we are going to talk about, create one more new example, and we are going to talk about now grid area over here. Fine, grid area over here. Okay, so let's create a new file. Fine, and in this we'll name this as index2.html, because this is the second example we are taking. Fine. In this second example, what we have to do, we have to write the header footers same like what, however we were writing over there. Right. So so this time what template we have to create, so we have to create like this. Okay, let me just connect it. Have you practiced that one task I have given you. Have you practiced that task? Okay. This time our layout looks like this. Fine. So over here we have the header. Okay, I'm drawing it. Fine. Over here we have the header. In the bottom we have footer again. Fine. And we have three things. One, two, three. Fine. So this time we have sidebar over here. Sorry, sidebar over here. Fine. This one is a big gap. Fine. This one is a big gap over here. Okay. So this one is called the main content. Fine. Main content. Okay. And last one is what? Last one is our, you can say nav bar, navigation bar, nav bar. This template we have to design using grid. Okay, this template we have to design using grid. So let's start writing it. Fine, let's start writing it. So please, those who know how to do it, please you can write it before me. Like you can start writing it. No need to work. No need to wait for me. Okay. I don't have network issues. I think it is running purely fine for me. Let me check. Is there any disturbance, Sarvam sir? Is there any disturbance? No, I think no disturbance. My network speed is correct. You can check your, you can check those who are getting issue. You can check your connection. You can reconnect it and then you can join it. Fine. So I was telling those who know how to do it, they can do it and they can copy paste the code to show it. Fine. So there is a lag in the video. Yes, there is a lag in the video that I can understand. Yeah. How much lag it is? How much lag? Is this bearable lag or no, non-bearable lag? Lag is there, I can understand. Is this a bearable lag or not bearable lag? Div.container. Fine. Div.container you can write. Again after this div class. Fine. After this div class. Bearable if it is, then you please bear and you can work. Okay, if it is bearable, then please a little bit. We'll try to change our platform and all, but we'll see. Fine. Okay, so this is a container. Inside this, like parent container we have created. Inside this div dot header dot box will create, and curly bracket will write what? Header. Will write what? Header. Fine. Similarly, div dot sidebar dot box curly bracket sidebar. Fine, fine. Okay, div dot main content dot box. Fine. Main content, okay. Then div dot navbar dot box curly bracket navbar. You can write navbar over here. Fine. Div dot footer dot box, and you can write a footer over here. Like this. Fine. So we have created components over here. Now let's write the style. Now what we have to write, can you tell me how many rows and how many columns are there? Can you tell me how many rows and how many columns are there? Three rows and four columns. 1, 2, 3 columns only. 3 rows and 3 columns, correct? So here, first of all, we'll write the container. Okay, we'll write the container. Okay, in this container, fine. In this container, we'll write display property grid. Fine, display property grid. Then we will write grid template column. Fine, grid template columns. Now, how many columns we have? 3 columns. So one I can write 1fr. Second one I can write 3fr, because if you see the width, the column width is more. Fine. So 3fr I have written, and then 1fr I have written. Okay. Then grid template rows. Fine. Grid template rows, you can write auto. Yes, auto. So it will take automatically those spaces. Auto 1fr and then auto. Whatever the space is remaining, it will take that space. Okay, fine. And let's write one gap. Fine. So this gap means it is going to give a gap between all the elements. So this one I can write with one rem like this. Relative emphasis. Fine. One rem I can write it. Relative em. This is how we can do it. Fine. After this, we can assign a grid template area. Grid template areas. Fine. In this, what you have to do, in this you have to specify, just like the rows and columns, how the rows and columns are there, you have to specify. Okay. First of all, let's see how it is shown. We have to go live. Okay. Right click, inspect button. Okay. And okay, we can select this one, and fine. After selection of this one, body tag, and inside this body we have a grid element. Fine. Okay, let me give a height also, right? height height 75 vh viewport height 75 viewport height we are giving it, right? Now let's see. Okay, so this is what heights looks like. Now see, now we have how many like 1 2 3 columns, 3 rows we have with some gap and all. Correct. Now on the first column, see if I write like this, if I draw a box like this, correct, and if I take out the first row, if I take out the first row, can you tell me how many columns are there in this first row? How many columns are there? 3 columns are there. 1, 2, and 3. Correct. Now, on the first, if you see in the first row, up to where the headers are there. See, over here in this column also header is there. In this cell also header is there. Header is everywhere. Na? In this row, header is there. Fine. Header is there. So what we will do, this is how we are assigning the areas. In the first row, take row wise, and then the columns is being divided. On that column, you write the name. You write the name of the specific element you want to display. What specific element we want to display? Header is a specific element that we want to display. So you write header. Fine. Okay. Next, if I talk about this row, then what? How many rows are there? Three columns are there in the second row. 3 columns are there in the second row. Correct. The first column goes to what? Sidebar. The second column goes to what? Main content. And the third column goes to what? Navbar. Similarly for this, all of them goes to what? Footer. This is how we have to write the area. Now in the area, we can define the names directly. No need of giving line number 1 to line number 2, line number 2 to line number 3 like this. No need to give that. You have to give it as a row and how it is divided according to the column. Okay. So let's remove these things. And let's write it. Let's write it. So before writing it, let's give the header. Okay. Dot header. Over here, suppose I will give a BGC background color of what? Violet. I'll give a violet. Fine. Now over here you have to write the grid area. What does grid area will be named? Name of the grid area. I will write header. Fine. What I will write? I will write header. Name of the grid area is header. Okay. Now over here in the parent element, you have to write grid template areas. What? Grid template areas. Now after this, you have to write the first row. First row, how many columns we have? 3 columns we have. The first column is taken by header. The second column is taken by header. Fine. And the third column is taken by header. Fine. This is what? First, second row, and similarly third row. Okay. Like this it will go on. Fine. Like this it will move on. Header we have given. Then we have to give what? Dot, let's do it for footer. Let's do it for footer. BGC, again, background color. Fine, background color. Background color we can give them as yellow green. Now, yellow green. And grid area, name the grid area. You can write any name. Fine, you can write any name. Grid area shoe. Fine. Over here, where this grid area will be there, so footer will be here shoe. The first column also footer. Second column also footer. Fine. Third column also what? Footer. You can name any. Fine. The shoe don't looks nice. That's why I'm converting everything to what? Everything to what? Footer. Footer. And if you go and check, in our project, you can see they are all aligning. Fine. Footer over here. Fine. This main content navbar and sidebar also we need to align. Okay. Where is the header? I think it is overlapped. Fine. It's okay. 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 Next, we have to write it for sidebar. Sidebar. Okay. This one sidebar we will write like background color, BGC background color. You can write it as yellow. Okay, yellow. Grid area sidebar. Fine. Over here you can write that the first column of the second row is what? Sidebar. Okay. Then similarly we'll write the dot main content. We are using it to align the content. Fine. We are using it, Abasi, we are using it to align the content. Yes, it is used for styling and giving character of the element, but we are doing now styling the elements, what you call designing the element. Right? Okay, main content. Over here, I am writing this as main content. Okay, and this is not yellow. Let it write as hash 483 C3C 483 3CC C33. Okay, main content. So main content is our what? Second row. Main content. Okay, last one is what? Navbar. Fine, navbar. Okay, so over here we'll write navbar. Okay, yellow, you can change this to blurry wood. Fine, and over here you can write the third column is what? Navbar. Fine. If we'll go over here, you'll see everything is now aligned. Fine. We close this grid. Fine. Close this grid. Now you will see that okay, for header very small part is given, for footer very small part is given, but the sizes you can apply from here. No, the sizes you can apply from here, no issues. You can write this as like 1 FR over here, 1 FR over here. This one also 3 FR, and this one 1 FR. Fine. So over here you see gap instead of 1 rem you can maintain as like 10 pixels. It will decrease. See, and then you can do it for what height over here 100 VH. See, it will go on everything. By today evening you will get the offer letter. Don't worry. Okay. So easy, no? Very easy. With the grid template areas, it is very easy. Now, how to center all the things, all the content written? How to center all the contents written? Very good, flexbox. So we'll write dot box. Fine. Display property flex. Align items. Center. Justify content. Center. See, you can even increase the font. Increase the font means what? Font size. Larger. Done. We have achieved this. So again, what I'm telling that this is to design your layout, how you want to design your uh, uh, layout which is visible to others. For that only we are using this grid flexbox. In this main content, you can add small contents. In this nav bar, you can add navigation links. Sidebar, you can add some sidebar elements. Footer, you can add your own contexts as a footer. Maybe it is small. Fine. So here you can write it is as a small footer. Sorry. Footer, you want to make it small. You write it as a row 0.5 FR. Simple. See, footer will be small. Nobody is stopping you. Also, you can give different. You can give wrap gap. You can give na row gap, column gap. 10 pixel. Only columns will have gap. No rows. Only columns have the gap. What do you know? What do you want to know about the project, Shirley? What do you want to know about the project? Yes, you can write 0.5 FR, 0.2 FR. It means like like 1 FR is 100%, 0.5 FR means 50%, 0.3 FR means 30%. I'm writing now 1 FR, 2 FR. 2 FR means double. 3 FR means triple. 300%, 200%. Yes, before, see this thing, writing of the content, this what you call displaying of the content and everything, it will come once you have the wireframe diagram. If you don't have a wireframe diagram, then it is very difficult to think and then align. Because see what will happen, you know what happens actually, this is not like web development, this is not how it goes. Okay, in the first class also I told you how the web development happens, right? How the web development takes place. The web development, first of all, it starts with an idea. Fine. What idea? It starts with an idea. Like, what do you want to serve? Serve to a customer. What do you want to serve to your customer? Let's take example Zomato. It's serving to a customer. Swiggy serving to a customer. Myntra serving to a customer. Amazon, all of them. So it will start with an idea. After that idea, fine, it will start execution of what features you want in this particular project. Fine. So this is what we call as, we are doing PRD over here. Project review description. PRD. In that features you will decide. You will decide which tech stack it is good to create. Fine. What should be the build? Where we should deploy it on AWS server or Azure server. These things, everything is being decided. What are the features? What customer you are serving? What type of customer you are serving? All those things will be written in a document. All those things. After this PRT has been done, then coming to the wireframe diagram. Wireframe diagram means you are sketching it. Sketching it. Fine. Where you, what things you want, where you're thinking and sketching it. You're thinking and sketching it. That's also a documentation. This is also a documentation. This is also a documentation. After this, UI designs are coming. Your designer, you will have a designer. They will design that UI. Colors, they will fill. Fonts, they will select. Logos, they will select. Everything will come over here. After that, it goes to what? Coding. And after coding, it goes to what? Production. Sorry. Testing. And after testing, it goes to what? Production. This is how the whole idea works. And we are here. So obviously somebody will think of this design, then you will code it. Some of the companies start from here. People will come with an idea and the features. Companies are providing them the product. companies are providing them the product. So yes, if you are asking for this type of answer, so yes, you need to first of all deal with the display. You need to first of all think, get clear like how the layout should be, and then you have to start creating it. If you don't have this much planning, then what will happen? Today you will work on some layout. Fine. Today what will happen? You will work on some layout. Morning when you wake up and you will see, okay, this layout I have created yesterday. Morning you will not like it. Then you will change it. And this thing repeats. This thing repeats. Then you will be not gone. The product will be delayed with the timeline. I hope I answered your question. Any doubt, guys? Any more such doubts? Shall we move on to the next topic? Sir, column gap or row gap? You can apply column gap, you can apply row gap. Anything you can apply. Fine. And if you want to apply on both the column and rows or both the same gap, then you have only gap. You can apply only gap. So what will happen on the column and row? Both it will be applied 10 pixels. Both it will be applying 10 pixel. And if you want to apply only on column gap in columns, you can use column gap or you can use row gap for applying on the row. Okay. We have got more time in the grid. Fine. So this is all about your grid area. Now, what happened next in the grid? There are complex things. Fine. In the grid, you can also literally give the name of the lines. Grid lines, you can give the name. And according to the grid lines, how we have written previously, how we have written previously 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4 like that. Instead of writing those numbers, you can write grid line names. That is also one possibility. But I don't want to make such complex. You can read that. Before this example, whatever the example we discussed, that one is with the number. Now just you can change that number to name, same thing happens. Fine. Okay, let's move on to the new folder, and this new folder is called responsive. Because responsive is the favorite topic of interviewer. Fine. Although it is very easy, nothing it is there in responsive, but it is their favorite topic. They will ask you, do you know how to create a responsive design? The people who don't know responsive, or who knows media query but don't know responsive, they'll get confused. Fine, they will get confused. Okay. So responsive means, see, responsive means one website you can see on the laptop, the same website, if you go on see on the phone, there is a difference. There is a difference. Fine. That difference shows the responsive design. What difference it is? See, mobile screen is very small, 6-inch, 7-inch screen it is. Okay. Laptop screen is 17-inch. So there is much space. So you can like detailed view you can show them. Detailed view you can show them in the laptop or in the computer or anywhere. But in the phone, you have limited space. In the limited space, you just need to cover your important things on the website it is shown. Important things you need to show them. Other things, other details are hidden behind a button, are hidden behind a gesture. Other non-important things are hidden behind them. So that hiding technology, that hiding things are called responsive, no? What we are doing, if we are changing the screen, our website is responding to the change. Similarly, in the tab also, suppose it is 10-inch. Again, less space, less viewing area. So important thing only we need to show them. Fine. So if we are going to show them important thing, other important thing, it's not vanished. It is hidden. Hidden behind a button, hidden behind a logo, hidden behind anything. Fine, let me give you an example. Webstack Academy. Let's go to Webstack Academy. Fine. And over here, yesterday I told you from where you can get a responsive inspect. You can go to inspect over here. And this one, if you see this icon, this icon over here, fine. This icon you can select and see these bars are there. This bar is representing tablet of 768 pixel. This tablet is representing mobile, large, mobile, medium, mobile, small. Fine. Now mobile small, if we see mobile medium, fine. You see, it is again showing you the website in a correct manner. It is not disorganized. It is organized, but the important things are hidden. Fine. Where it is hidden? Hidden behind this button. Now you see, whatever you are able to see, fine, whatever you are able to see outside over here as a header or a navigation bar, fine. Now you are able to see behind a button. No feature, like all the features are there, but some of the features are hidden over here. This is what we call as a responsive design. This is a responsive design. You see, all the boxes now has shrink to 1. Before that, view more it is, no? See, before that it will not be view more. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 are showing. But when it goes to the mobile screen, it is showing only 2. Responsive. Fine. So in this responsive, you have so many options. Fine. And over here, like, see, so many options you have. iPhone SE, iPhone XR. For what phone you want to prepare, you can use it. Suppose Samsung S20 Ultra. S20 Ultra is this much in size. So you can prepare for that. You can see how is your website responding. Okay. Also, you can rotate it and see how your website will be responding when it is in the portrait mode. Portrait mode, sorry, landscape mode, I guess. All things you can check, right? And if you want to close the, see this one also you can do. Increase the size of the screen, decrease the size of the screen, fine. And if you want to close the responsive, click on this button. It will stop responsiveness. You can go to any website. You can see any website. You can tell your favorite website. You see YouTube. Okay, not this one. Uh, you see. Hmm, this website. Fine. Let's check whether it is responsive or not. Fine. We are making this responsive for. It started hanging. See, they are responsive, and you see the size of the what you call images has been decreased. Fine, and the here is your menu. Fine, and you see non-responsive. See, now images are bigger. That time these images were in the single line. That time these images were in the single line. So this images, you can understand that this our hyper sports car, this is one parent element, and these are what your flex elements. Flex element. So how many you have? 6. So you can make this as a parent element. Fine. See this very easy now. Make this as a parent element. This one as a parent element. Fine. And you can align these things, these cards over there. You can align all those cards. Fine. These cards. You can align them. So this is what we call as a responsiveness. Okay. So let's see how we can achieve the responsiveness using CSS. Okay. To write responsiveness using CSS, we are actually using media query. Fine, media query. See, again, Abbasi, again, it's all depend on your what you call the person who is coming with the requirement. If he wants the requirement that this app should be, this website should be visible in small phone, in large phone, in more larger phone, in tablet, then you have to design according to that. They will specify everything. What pixel size you need, what pixel size it should be displayed, and all those things. So if you are designing, you have to first of all decide for what resolution you want to need. Fine. Okay, according to that you can design it. So let's close over here, write responsive, new file, index.html. Okay, suppose I will write only one div tag. I will write. Fine. Div tag dot responsive div. Fine. Over here I'll write this div changes color based on the screen. Now let's play around this screen. Fine. Let's play around this screen. So let me write a style tag. In this style tag, let's write a body over here. Okay. So in the body, I'm writing margin 0, padding 0. Acha, what will happen if I write margin 0 and padding 0? Please tell me in the comments and in the chat. Display property flex, align items center, justify content center. Okay, let's take a height of 100%. Nice, whole height. Okay, and let's take BGC, background color, of what? Hash 1A, 1A, 1A. Dark. Dot responsive dash div. Okay. Color I will write Alice blue, you can write. Fine. Alice blue you can write. Width also take 100%. Fine. So what will happen? It will come in the center. Okay. Okay, sorry. This thing you write over here. This. Okay. Height we have taken 100%. Okay, 100 you write VH. Now it is coming. Fine. Now it is coming. If I write this thing, see, little bit hit and trial method you have to do. Little bit you have to do. Fine. Align items. Okay. Just for your reference, let's write a border. Border 1 pixel, solid, red in color. Fine. We'll get to know what is happening. Okay. Fine. So why it is coming over here? Okay, 1 second. Fine, leave it. Okay, width 100% and font size you give it like XX large. Okay, and BGC little bit of background color you can write like brownish color. Let's see, does it look okay? Fine, it looks nice. Okay, not any issue, it looks nice. Now guys, now what we have to do, if we change the screen size, this element should change. Fine, inspect, we'll go for inspect. Okay, fine. Now you see there is no responsive design. Fine, means I have given background color brown, it is in brown in color. However, I have written the text, it is there only. No responsiveness is there. Let's add responsiveness. In order to add responsiveness, we have to write what? Media query @ media. Fine. @media. In this media, after this, you have to give like from where this media query should start. From where this media query should start. So I'll write like if the maximum width, fine, width is colon 600 pixel. Fine. If your maximum width is colon 600 pixel, that time what you have to do, then you have to take the responsive div, and then what you have to do, you have to change the color. You have to change the color, background color, and make it what? Aqua. Make it what? Aqua. Okay, and make the color go this black. This is what we have to do. So when your maximum width is 600 pixel, okay, let's do that. Let's try to do that. Now, if you see, our maximum is our now pixel size is 821. If I decrease, keep on decreasing. Somewhere, see, when it hits 600. Fine. See here, when it hits 600, it is coming blue. And if it is 601 pixel, it is now brown in color. See, this is what we call as a responsive design. Now your mobile screen, maybe your mobile screen is of what size? Is of suppose 425 pixels. Fine. 425 pixels, your mobile screen, in that mobile screen, it will look like this. And when you open the same thing in your laptop, in your tablet, it will look like this. Responsive. Understood? What is the difference between height 100% and height VH? Height 100% represent the 100, like it's a kind of same. It's a kind of same. One is depending on the viewport. Fine. 100% means your viewport 100% it will take. One is that is second one 100% is also relative in nature. Both are what? Relative in nature. Whatever your viewport is there, in that it is written 100%. So what happened now? Sometimes you are using mathematical calculation. In that, if you write 100%, it is what? Confusing. So what? Instead of writing 100%, you can write 100 VH. Yes, you can actually give with the help of mathematical calculations also. You can define your sizes. For that, there is a calc method. Okay. Fine. I'll come. Responsiveness is not completed yet. Don't worry. I'm just asking whether you understood or not. Fine. So see this media query over here. I'm writing in the responsive design. Give like this. Okay. This is what for the media query 600 pixel. Now I want media query from 601 pixel to 1000 pixel. Do something different. It should be there. Okay. So what? Again, a new media query, and you can write n number of media queries. There is no restriction that you cannot write that only the specific number of media queries you can write. Fine. At the rate media. Fine. And then you can write minimum width. Now minimum width, how much you want? Minimum width, sir. Minimum width. You can have what? 601, sorry, no need of double quote, 601 pixel and and you can write maximum width. Maximum width of what? 1000 pixels. Fine. But dot responsive div, what I want to do at this time, again I will change some background color because it is visible now, so it looks good. Caded blue RGB. So means what? From 601 pixel to 1000 pixel, it will represent in a caded blue color. Fine. It will represent in what? Caded blue color. Now see how much is there? 768. If I write 600, it is blue color. 601 caded blue color. And if I write 1001, enter, brown color. Understood? Responsiveness, musical vibes. Yes, you can write upper limit, you can write lower limit also. Fine. You can also see it is not restricted to width. It is, you can give a height. It's just here you have to give some restriction. You have to give some restriction over here. From where to where you have to show the responsiveness. Okay. It's not like you only have to write @media. You have to define from where to where you will find, you will give them as a responsiveness. For mobile you can write, for tablet you can write. For mobile, if you write less than 600 pixel, all the mobiles will be covered. All the mobiles will be covered. Less than 800 pixel, all the tablets will be covered. So for each and every particular mobile, you don't have to write. You know, for each and every particular mobile, you don't have to write. You just have to specify from where to where you want to give this as a responsive design. Okay. Now, also while printing it, you can change. Fine, you can give a different response. Suppose @media query. Fine, @media, and you can write print. During print, how you want to make your responsive. So dot responsive div. Fine. Over here, I want the background color to be cart reuse. Fine. Cart reuse. Okay. Font size, you can have 10 pixel. Sorry, make it as 100 pixel, 200 pixel, whatever it is. Font family, you can write cursor. Now see what will happen. Now this is what, if you want to print it, what we'll do, you'll write Control A, Control P. When you write Control A and Control P, you can see it is showing like this. Cursive, I can understand that it is not showing green color because I think it is black and white setting. See, correct. So while printing, you can also change. This is what one way of responsiveness. Okay. Next, you can change orientation and also you can That time also you can change, you can add responsive. Fine. So @media, @media, and orientation. Fine. You can write landscape or portrait. So portrait. Fine. Portrait over here. That time dot responsive div over here will be what? Font family. Suppose font family will change it to uh, sans serif. Oh, okay. We'll change it to cursive again because it will be visible. Okay. Background color. mm, Crimson, red color, pure red. Crimson color will get. Fine. Now let's see. We'll make it in a portrait mode. See here. Okay. Sorry. I'll change this to crimson because it is not visible. Uh, Navy color. Let's try. Now you can see over here. See, if we are rotating, we are getting again responsive design. Fine. I'll close this. Fine. I'm getting over here like this. I'll start responsive design. Fine. Okay, and then I'll rotate it. See, responsive design. Understood? Now this you can do with any element, with number of elements. Fine, but make sure that you should write everything inside this media query. See, this media query is one. See, it starts from here, it ends from here up to here. In this media query, you can repeat the styles. Whatever the styles you want to write, you can repeat the styles over here. In the responsive, it should show like a flex box. In the when it is not responsive, it should show like a grid element. All the things you can do. What it does when it achieve responsive, the CSS is overwritten by the responsive CSS. Whatever the CSS is written, you have written the CSS, it will be overwritten by the responsive CSS. And that's how you are writing your responsive designs. I hope it is clear, guys. Can you give the YouTube live link? Okay. Okay, I'll send it. Send to you. The YouTube live link. You'll get the offer letter, don't worry. And if you are not getting the offer letter, please go in the LMS and raise the issue. Those who are not getting the offer letter in the LMS, if the issue is raised, please write your comment in that. And if the issue is not raised, please raise the issue and write it. You can see in your spam tag also. You can see in your spam tag also if sometimes the offer letter might go there also. Okay. Selvam, if you can please send them the YouTube link. Any doubt, guys? Please ask the doubt. Don't ask this type of doubt now. Ask the doubt related to whatever the topic we have covered, because we have completed CSS. We have to find the recorded session in the LMS. Anything else in the CSS you want to study? Let's move on to JavaScript then. See, when to use flex and when to use grid. It's totally depend on the use case. Fine. If suppose, see, it's depend no, on how much you know. Suppose you find grid easy. Okay. You can write grid. No one is stopping you. Suppose you find flex easy, you can write flex. Okay. Okay. If you can understand how your elements will behave, you can use flex. Fine. It's all depend on how, like how your command on that particular flex or grid it is. I'm not good at flex, so I try to not use flex. But sometimes, see, suppose this particular what you call this sentence, I need to make it in the center. So I know these three things: display property flex, justify content center, align item center. With this three thing, I can put anything in between, in between, in the center. I know that thing. So for me, not to apply grid over here, it is easy. I can apply directly the flex. Fine. See, it's all depend on the what you call practice. Fine, Shahjad. If you do the practice right, and yes, CSS is all about you have to do a hit and try. First time, second time, you cannot predict what are the things changing. There are a number of elements. Now, see, as we have to teach it to you, correct? As we have to teach it to you, so we will take very small examples. Okay, the time because time is a constant over here. But when you are applying the CSS, so there is a lot of elements. Which element is affected by the which other element, you cannot predict that. So there you have to do a hit and trial method. And it's not like that if you are taking any help. If you take any help, it's okay, it's fine. Means I want to say that yes, maybe you don't want to use chat gpt, but because you are not able to find any answer, you have to use the chat gpt. It's okay, that is a learning for you. Before that also people were doing, but people were going for Google. People were doing that thing, but people were going for Google to get their answers. Now getting the answers is way easier than the previous thing. Fine. So that's why people can build any product, anything, any project faster, because that searching thing has been changed. Now you see your search engine is not Google, it's Chat GPT. Yes, CSS is required. If you don't know CSS, you cannot do Bootstrap. You cannot go for Tailwind CSS. If you don't know the basic of CSS, then there in the Tailwind CSS, they are writing very shortcut. They are writing like this. Can you tell me the meaning of this? They are writing like this in the Tailwind CSS. What this represent? I think for the beginner grade is good. I hope I answered you, Sehja. What do you mean by this? The person who is asking like, is it necessary to learn CSS? See, you don't know. But if somebody has thought, sir, P means what? Padding. Can I say padding? Say yes. Padding, padding, and not 2 pixel. 2 is representing something else, but it is applying padding. But this is written in what? Tailwind CSS. But if you don't know padding, how can I write P2? How can you write P2? So fine. So to learn anything, you require basics. Anything means anything. If you are thinking, okay, sir, I will learn AI/ML. For that also you need Python or any language you have to learn. Then you have to grow. Everything starts with a basic. Okay. If you don't know ABCD, you cannot form sentences. Similarly, in the web design, if you don't know HTML, CSS, and JS, you cannot move with this. You cannot design applications if you don't have the basic knowledge of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I'm not telling very deep knowledge. I'm telling very basics also if you don't have. Fine. So everything is important. They are your structure. I'm not going to teach Tailwind CSS, but if you want, I can discuss a Tailwind CSS. How to install it, how to do it. Because how much time is there? I think half an hour is there. I can discuss this for not half an hour, but I can discuss is what happened in the Tailwind CSS. It is nothing. Just to a shortcut way of writing CSS, which is making you to write CSS easier. So if you tell me, if you want me, I can discuss it. If you know, it's okay, fine. We can move with the JavaScript. New technologies everyone want to learn. Old technologies nobody wants to learn. If I tell people to start programming with C, they get offended. There are different languages. There are so many good languages out there. Why we should start with C? That's they are asking. But once you learn C, other languages is quite easy to learn. Change is necessary, but if you don't know why you are changing, then okay, let's discuss about Tailwind CSS. Correct. Although everyone use this Tailwind CSS, so many people out there use this Tailwind CSS with React. Okay, because there it makes more advantage. Also with the help of, also we can use it over here also in the HTML CSS, right? With the help of CDN links. Okay. First of all, what is Tailwind CSS? Tailwind CSS is just a short form of writing all the CSS, and it helps you to write the CSS way more easy than writing the basic CSS. But there is a very big but you should know the CSS. If you don't know the CSS, you cannot write Tailwind CSS, or you cannot write Bootstrap, or you cannot write SCSS. So many are there. So many are there. Fine. Okay. Now, why Tailwind CSS become more popular? Because first of all, it is very easy to understand. Second, it is lightweight, easy to understand, easy to write. Third thing was many of the frameworks appear, or many of the libraries appear. Sorry, many of the libraries appear with the help of Tailwind CSS. Suppose Shadcn. Shadcn is one of the library built on React. Okay, that use Tailwind CSS. Daisy UI is there. Right, Daisy UI is there. Those are the things which are merged with the Tailwind CSS, meaning Material UI and so many things. So that gains the popularity of the Tailwind CSS, and now many startups are using it. Right, many startups are using it. Okay. So first of all, whenever, my request to all of you, whenever you go to any new thing, any new website or anything for learning purpose, go to its documentation. First thing first. Okay. They are written for our benefit only, not for the website, not for their benefit. For our benefit only it is written, and it's way easier to read. Fine. So yes, this is what CDN. Fine, CDN link is there. Nothing, we just have to write this script tag over here, and then this script tag over here, like this in the HTML, and then we can start using the Tailwind CSS, right? So suppose that this one, okay, this script tag. Copy this. Fine. And let's go to project. Fine. You write this. Write this HTTP CDN JS deliver, whatever it is. Fine. You write this, copy paste this CDN. Fine. Hello, Prerna. Okay. Then what you should do here, what it is written, H1 class text 3XL font bold underline. Fine. We'll come to that. Then go and copy paste whatever it is written over there. Now just copy paste over here. Let's see what it is giving me. Okay. So as you go on to the CDN and see the document, okay, let's close the responsive thing. You see hello world. Hello world is coming, and it is coming in underlined form, and it is coming like little bit what you call. Okay, what I will do is that instead of not writing over here, let's create a new thing. Okay, let's write in the CSS. Let's create a new folder and write it as Tailwind CSS. It will give you more clarity. Tailwind underscore CSS, and over here let's write new file index.html. Okay, that CDN link was there now, that script tag. you can copy. Fine. In the documentation you will get, if you fine, and then in the body you write that this h1 tag hello world. Fine. And what I will do, I'll remove this from here. Okay. Array, what happened? Sorry. Don't spam. Don't spam. Don't spam, otherwise I'll not give you. Fine. See hello world. It is coming in an underline. Okay. Now you see, if I remove this CDN link, you can see all the CSS what it was applied, it is gone. Fine. So over here, one thing you understand that, okay, using this script tag, some CSS has been applied. Now we don't have to go on to the physics of how the CSS applied. Fine. We have to go what CSS has been applied and how it is being applied. So whatever you write in the class, now in the Tailwind CSS, we have class names that actually represent our CSS. Fine. Okay. So if you want to search anything means anything. Suppose you want to give a color. Okay. So you can write background color. Background, search it over here. In the Tailwind CSS, you search it. Background. So many things are there. Background color. Fine. Background color. See, it is telling you these are what class names, guys. Fine. These are what class names. How you want to give the color. So if you want to give a color, you can write BG red 400. What it will do, it will give, you have to write it in the class name. What it will do, it will give BG dash red. Fine. Dash 100. Sorry, 400. Background color, background red color, and 400 intensity. Fine, 400 intensity. What it does is that, you see, it is giving you red color with the 400 intensity. You can give with the intensity, you can increase the intensity. What's 700? Now what it is doing, Tailwind CSS, background color you don't have to write. You don't have to write the style. What you have done is that shortcut you have written inside the class only. Inside the class only, and the CSS has been applied. The background you have written in the class only, and the CSS has been applied. Isn't it easy? Isn't that it is easy? This is what easiness. Now, if you don't know about background, if you don't know about background color, how you are going to apply that? BG means background. Okay, let's apply flex. Fine. In the body, let's apply. In the body over here, I can write again class. Fine. And we can apply Tailwind CSS. And let's try to make it in the center. Okay. Let's try to make it. So over here, search for flex. How to apply a flex? How to apply a flex? So it is telling you that if you want to apply a flex, you have to write class flex. What you have to write? Class flex. Let's apply class flex. Fine. After that, I want to apply justify content and align item center. Fine. So you search here, justify content. Fine. How to apply justify content? So instead of justify content, you have to write justify center. Justify center. And okay, just write it then in the over here flex justify center. Fine. justify center, and align items center. So align items. Fine. So items center. This one. Control C. This is class, and it is writing align items center. See what is the style it is applying. Okay. So space Control V. Now what happened? You see, it is in the center. It is in the center. Since we have not applied any height, let's apply the height too. Let's apply height also. So in the Tailwind CSS, what? Acha, if you don't know align items is what, justify content is what, can you apply Tailwind CSS? If you don't know what is align items, if you don't know what is justify content, what is display property flex, can you apply a Tailwind CSS? Never. You cannot do. That's why I'm telling you, if you don't know CSS, no, you cannot apply Tailwind CSS because you cannot search it. What do you want to search? Right. So I just want to apply height. Correct? Just height. Height. See here how it is written. H number. H number represent calculated CLC. I told us calc variable spacing and number. Fine. H auto means height auto. HPX means 1 pixel. HPX if you write 1 pixel. H full if you write 100%. H screen if you write 100 VH. Fine. HV if you write 100 VH, and so many things are there. Okay. If you write H24, H64, it is representing. Fine. H half means half of the screen. H 2/5 means 2/5 of the screen, like this. Fine. Its calculation also will be given somewhere. Okay. So here let's apply H screen. Let's apply what? H screen. So now what will happen? See, the height of the body is what? 100%. So our hello world came in the middle. Correct. Our hello world came in the middle. Yes, it is very easy. Very easy. See, instead of writing those style tags, and inside that we have to write display property flex, align item center, display item center, we are just writing some class names. That's all. This is how Tailwind CSS is being applied. Swati, it's okay. No need to worry. I know that you have joined over here in the YouTube, right? So no need to worry. Anything else? Guys, anything else? Tailwind, you understand? You understand Tailwind? If you are applying Tailwind CSS in your HTML CSS, then please don't forget to use this CDN link. Fine. The CDN link will be available inside your Tailwind documentation. Fine. Docs you will go, and in the docs you go for play CDN. Fine. Over here it is written the script. Tailwind CSS is good. I'm not against Tailwind CSS. I am telling you, if you don't know CSS, then what is the point of learning Tailwind CSS? Got my point? It's okay, Harshita. You can watch the recording session. It's okay. Those people, those students who are not able to join in the go-to, you are not able to join in the go-to, please join on the YouTube. We are also replying on YouTube. Tailwind is always useful. There is some, see, if you want, apply Tailwind, no, but I would say at least one project you do with the basic CSS. The basic how you write the CSS you do. That will help you to practice. From the second projects, you start applying your Tailwind CSS. Because first thing, you will understand, okay, how the CSS is working. Second, what you have to do, you will start, okay, I can now improve it. You can write the improved version. Or the best practice, what I will tell you, that you write the CSS and then above that you write the Tailwind CSS. Just comment your CSS code and try to write Tailwind code. Both of things will be getting practiced. See, it's all about web development is all about practice, just like mathematics. Here you don't have to remember anything, right? Everything is available on internet. You just have to apply. How to apply, where to apply, that you have to think. And according to whatever the features you want to build, according to that features, you have to think of a logic. It's okay. You can watch the recorded session. Okay. How AI plays a role in the full stack, sir? AI is creating UI UX design. No, you can see it will help you to write all the React codes. Yes, it is scalable. It means scalable for learning CSS means I didn't understand, Chandu. But advanced AIs are there. Fine. It is giving you what you want. Then if you want to make any changes, see what happened with the AI now. Everybody will, I don't know how many of you have done the project. If you start prompting it and if you start creating anything, what happens that the dependency is built. Now you are not the owner of the project. Your AI is. You will not understand what changes he is making, where the changes he is making, and with the changes, what effect it is making on other codes and the same code. Once you have done ChatGPT and created a code, that code is not in your control now. Again, for any changes, you will again do a ChatGPT. Again, for any changes, you will do a ChatGPT. That code is getting out of your hand. And once it is getting out of your hand, how you will explain that code to anyone who will ask? Because all of us, our aim is to sit in the interview and crack that interview, correct? All of us, our main aim is this. After the company, you go, you use ChatGPT, you use anything, nobody is going to see you. But at the end of the day, what we should happen? We should increase our knowledge. So AI take AI to help yourself, not to misuse it. You learn CSS with the help of AI. Nobody is stopping you. Tell him to generate more examples. Tell him to generate more examples and explain me this topic. It will help you to generate. No need to write notes. No need to watch so much of recordings and everything. Sample projects. Best project, what I will tell you, to do application, you start doing it. HTML, apply CSS. When you learn JavaScript, apply JavaScript. Fine. After that, after JavaScript, we'll learn React. Now change that to do, change whatever the to do you have written, change them into React code. So one project, two applications. One you have written with HTML, CSS, JavaScript. The other you will write with what? React. And the to-do application, it can be very, very complex. You can make it. You can make that to-do application very, very complex. It's all depend on you. It is going to help you, Krishna, means what? See, now with the AI, what I think, fine, it's my perspective. Maybe many of the people will not agree or agree. What it helps you is to do your work faster. Not do your work. Do your work faster. Help you to do your work faster. Now, suppose if any client is giving you this project you have to build. He has given you a time of what we call 6 months. In 6 months, this project should be ready. So you take all these 6 months, maybe 7 months, and you build that project. Now, what people are expecting with the help of AI, people are doing that thing in 2 months. Because writing of the code is easy. Fine. You write the code and you give to ChatGPT and tell me what are the mistakes, how I can improve this code. It will give you the improved version. Before AI, what will happen? You write the code, senior will review, senior will tell that these are your mistakes, and then you will correct it. This will take whole week. Now it is taking you 10-15 seconds. Fine. So the product which we are building in 6 months, now it has built in 2 months, and various imagination of projects is coming. Good UI. Fine. Because see, animations, most of the people are afraid of. No need to do animation. So what they do, animation now give to ChatGPT. You take care of this animation. Other code I will write. So the people who don't know that much animation also can create projects in animations. Fine, guys. So thank you for being such a nice student. So you can leave the session. That's all from my side today. From Monday, we'll continue JavaScript. Okay. Thank you, guys. You can leave the session. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Attendance is automatically taken, don't worry, Priyadarshini. Sir, I have a doubt, like is now in the companies every employee or full stack knowing all these, or I mean remembering all this? I know. Actually, what happened na Akila? When you start doing the project, you'll find a pattern. You'll find some things which are getting repeated, and the things which are getting repeated, eventually you will remember that thing. So now the people who has done 2 3 4 projects, they know like how the flow should be, what we should write. Fine, what we should write. So they don't have to like sit and mug up anything. They know because they have done so many work. Okay, so they start writing it. No need of wireframe diagram. You can create your own to-do application. You can create your own wireframe diagram. Whatever the features you want to add, you can add your own features. Fine. Because they have practiced that much, because they know that much. Fine. And this will develop with your experience. This thing what you are telling that at least you have 5 years of experience. Means from 5 years you are seeing similar kind of code. You know how the performance optimization has been done. That's why you can write AI like of code. But it's come with an experience. We cannot accept freshers to do that. Everyone can leave. Okay, so if you learned something new, do post it in the LinkedIn or somewhere, right? See you on Monday. If you learned something new, do post it in the LinkedIn. Do post it wherever you like. Thank you. Thank you.